Hello, I'm Cerise, and today we're carving a pumpkin. But we're also keeping everything edible for 2 different recipes. We're also gonna do a Q&A while we carve this pumpkin. I have this pumpkin carving set here. I cleaned everything, even the packaging. I just wanted to put it back so it can be organized. I've asked you to send questions on Instagram as well as YouTube. I don't know if it's the best thing to wear white while carving an orange pumpkin, but we're gonna see. This is the beautiful pumpkin we're carving today. It's so huge. Oh, it's heavy. Oh my god. How am I gonna do this? Today is a really gloomy and rainy day. I hope the video isn't too dark, but at least it's cozy. All right, I have my Paris Hilton kitchenware set here. Oh, let's put this here. I have all the questions on my phone. Let's do the first cut and then the first question. I'm not gonna cut off the top. I'm actually gonna cut off the bottom. And I don't know if I should use my regular knife or one of these utensils. I was told to cut off the bottom. That's better. And the pumpkin did have a little bit of mold here, but I thought it might come from the ground where it was sitting on. I think I'm gonna cut it off and see what it looks like inside. So let's do this first. Yeah, this is not working. I'm gonna cut away from me. I just wanna see if the mold is actually inside the pumpkin or if it's from the ground that it was sitting on. Okay, it doesn't look like there is any mold on the inside. I feel like it was just surface level because it doesn't look like there's any mold, thankfully. I'm just wondering how in the world am I gonna cut a hole in this? Is that what this is for? Oh, okay. Okay, I got the first little bit. And now I can pop this out. I was told this is better than cutting off the top. Ooh, let's see what it looks like inside. Okay, it looks good. Look at this, wow. Wait, I should have cut a bigger hole. It's gonna be so hard getting all the insides out because I'm not only keeping the flesh, but I'm also gonna keep the seeds. And for the seeds, I have a little bowl. I'm gonna put all of these stringy bits in here and then I'm gonna wash them. So all that's left are the seeds, right? Okay, let's get to the first question. Now the first question is the most asked question. I thought I didn't want to make you wait and just get right to the most asked question. And it's not really one specific question, but it's all about my try-on hauls. And yes, my hands are washed and I'm gonna go in there and get all the seeds out because there's no better way to do this. So the first question is just, where are try-on hauls? Would you do a lingerie try-on haul? And just people being confused. So all of those questions go hand in hand, and I'm here to tell you that my try-on hauls are not over. I'm literally currently planning a try-on haul. I have recently uploaded 2 because I love fashion, so no, try-on hauls are not over. And I would also do a lingerie try-on haul, but just not on YouTube. And I'm gonna explain to you why. Alright, a while ago, YouTube had changed their rules about try-on hauls specifically, and usually when platforms for content creators change their rules, they'll ban large content creators who have broken those new rules to set an example and to tell everyone that they're really serious about this rule change and about enforcing it. And YouTube has gone as far as to completely delete some of my favorite try-on haul girls. They didn't even ban them for a specific time. They made all of their accounts vanish, even those accounts that had nothing to do with try-on hauls. I guess as a smaller creator, I was lucky that all I had to do was just delete videos worth millions of views, time, and effort. While large creators have less problems simply moving platforms because their fan base is large enough to move with them, small creators like me don't have that chance. All those famous creators also earn a lot more money, which means that for them it would be a dent in their income, whereas for a small creator it could mean losing their car or even their place to live. Obviously, I do feel horrible for those who lost their channels, and I wouldn't wish that upon anyone because it takes a lot of time and effort. But I think this perspective is important to notice and to take into consideration for my next point. I was given the chance to adjust to these new rules because I was in the gray zone, and so I did. Unfortunately, by adjusting, that meant that I had to delete videos that altogether had millions of views. I put a lot of time, effort, as well as money into making those. But at least I was able to keep my channels because I adjusted in time. And because all those videos took so much time, etc., I decided that I didn't want them to be fully gone forever, which is why I decided to use my Patreon as an archive for them. I feel like all of this talking makes those videos out to be super bad or scandalous, but let me tell you, they're far from that. And a lot of you guys have pointed that out to me too. You guys are telling me there are far more scandalous videos on YouTube, which should mean I should be able to do those too, right? But that only means that those haven't been caught yet, or they're in a different category of content. For example, music videos have a lot more freedom when it comes to nudity than try-on hauls. That being said, all of my YouTube videos had been manually approved by a real human YouTube employee before those rules took place. And I'm not talking a bot, I mean a real human being watching all of my videos to see if they're fine before those new rules came about. But times change, and since I love YouTube and I love my subs and I want to respect their TOS, I'll always choose to adapt and try my best. My community is so supportive and cute. I love you, and I'm sorry that my channel has changed a bit, but it's better than not having a channel at all and for all of my channels to be gone completely. So most of the seeds and the stringy bits are out, and I think we're gonna continue with getting some of that flesh. Let's get this new bowl. I think the easiest will be to cut off some of this, and yeah, we have checked that there is no mold, right? So it should be good. The next question is, are you feeling better? And I'm guessing you mean the stitches in my lips. And yes, thank you. Don't worry, I was not hurt. I was merely at the dentist, and I was actually there today to get the stitches out. So I'm probably still a bit red, but they're out, yay. Then we have, what's your country of origin? And people also asked me what state do I live in and what languages I speak. So let me answer that. I feel like we have to leave some of this so we can actually put it back, or is that okay? I feel like we can take some more, right? A lot of people think that I'm from the USA, and I'm actually not. So my family is originally from Italy, but I was born and raised in Switzerland, and now I live in Germany. Because my family is originally from Italy, I learned how to speak Italian, and because I grew up in Switzerland, I can speak the dialect Swiss German, of course German, because that's the official language, and another official language that we have in Switzerland that we were taught is French, and then we were also taught English. I also taught myself by watching YouTube videos and movies in English, and that's how I can speak the dialect Swiss German, then the languages German, English, French, and Italian. And while I used to be fluent in all of them, I can see myself get worse in French and Italian because I just don't use them and I don't know what to do about it. I'm better at learning languages while speaking them and watching like media. I don't really love language learning apps. Okay, all of this we can eat. So let's put it in this bowl right here. Then what's next? What dream would you like to make reality? The first thing that comes to mind is that I want to make the world more accessible for people with disabilities. I'm still learning. And another dream of mine is to get back to making music. I used to play the piano. I'm interested in all sorts of instruments, such as the cello, like Wednesday. I love the cello. And I also love to sing, but it's bad. We got some more. There are stringy bits in here, but that's fine. You can still eat them, especially if you want to puree the pumpkin. It should be okay. When have you last been out dancing? I went to the Ashniko concert, I think in June or July this year. I like to go to concerts alone, but still have a good time and dance. Trust me, if you want to go to a concert, but you don't have anyone to come with you, go alone and dance. You can still have a good time. But yeah, the first time I saw Ashniko was actually last year at the League of Legends World's Championship Finals, where she performed Paint the Town Blue, and that's also where I saw Linkin Park for the first time. Pretty soon after their debut with Emily. I love her so much. Her voice is bomb. And there were so many more cool people. Honestly, the whole experience was amazing and unforgettable. Which brings me to the next question, which is, what genre of music do you listen to? I love a lot of different genres, such as hip-hop, rap, alternative pop, electronic. I listen to Lana Del Rey, Linkin Park, Ashniko, and Nessa Barrett, and more. I feel like I can find joy in a lot of different genres, and I've always been like that. In general, I can find joy in a lot of different hobbies. All of my friends are very different. A lot of my interests are just different from each other, and I absolutely love Emily Armstrong. She's so good. If you want to make pumpkin carving easier, I guess you would have to get a taller pumpkin that has a flat side. This is super round, but I'm gonna try anyway. So the next question, why do you ask to WhatsApp you? That is not me. Those are people that are pretending to be me, and it's really sketchy. I wouldn't trust them. I drew my carving image in my notebook, so okay. I hope I can do these little details. I have to be kind of focused. That's gonna be so hard. I'm gonna try my best. Oh my god. Alright, next question. Any life lessons? And never take the blame for your friends, and they won't do the same for you. I can't tell you how often I got in trouble because I took the blame for my friends, but in reality, the people that make you take the blame for them or even accept your offer to take the blame for them are not your friends, and there are much better ways to help out your real friends. Okay. Ooh, I'm so scared. Oh, that was the wrong side of the knife. And a person who helped me open my eyes to this situation is a YouTuber called Christina Randall. In my defense, I was young and I thought people would be there for each other, but in reality, they'll use you if they get a chance to and get away with it. Luckily, I've really found cool friends that this is not even a question. We were all very young, so yeah. I'm just outlining the little image. I wonder if you have any guesses, because to be honest, I think I always carve somewhat the same thing. It just makes me happy, but this time it's a different image. What do we have next? What has to happen for you to consider a perfect day? So I'm always happy when my cats want to cuddle with me, that's for sure. And I'm always like really taking in the moment and think about how grateful I am to have them. This is really working out better than I thought right now, but it's gonna get harder when I go to the details. Some people say that female cats aren't affectionate, and I'm just like, first of all cats have different personalities, and literally both of my female cats are so cuddly, and I always call them schmoozy or smoochy because they always want to like head bonk, and a head bonk for cats is like a little kiss for humans. Don't worry, I have a million other nicknames for them. Oh my god. Do you think you'll do a special video for 150k subs? Yes, I'm trying very hard to reach 140k right now, so definitely subscribe so we can make that reality. I don't have an idea for a special video right now, but if you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. The details are so small here, but I can't wait for you to see what I'm making here. Would you do more ASMR videos? I have ASMR videos that are also visually pleasing, and I plan to continue those, but if you're talking about ASMR videos with an ASMR mic, I unfortunately have to tell you that my ASMR mic broke, and you know, they can be expensive, but if there are a lot of people who would want me to do that, I can definitely take that into consideration and save up for one again. I just feel like there aren't a lot of people who would even want that. It's just that I think it's more like the same people asking the question a lot. It's not that there are a lot of people who want ASMR videos. Okay, I can't break this part. This is important. I have to be careful. What can you cook, or what's my favorite dish? I think, so I really like Swiss and Italian cuisine. My favorite dish, I think, would be fondue. It's literally a pot of molten cheese and you put dunk bread in it. Yeah, but it's really good cheese. It's Swiss cheese with white wine. While I don't drink alcohol, I'm okay with cooking with it sometimes. We're almost at the big reveal. I'm gonna take out everything that I cut away, and then I'm gonna place a candle in it so you can see the reveal with a candle. But yeah, what I like to cook, there's not a lot you have to do when you make fondue. You usually buy it already made and you add whatever you want. But what I really like to cook is, I love making barley soup. What is it called? Bundnagerstensuppe. And I think in English it's Bundner barley soup. It's really yummy, especially in the winter. It tastes like a cozy winter home in the Swiss Alps. It's so good, trust me. Okay, I think this turned out to be super cute. Oh my goodness. I have to put a candle in there. I don't know if you can already tell what it's gonna be. I'm gonna take a candle. Better would be an electrical candle, but my electric candles don't fit in the pumpkin, so now we place the candle on here. Just checking if it's the right way around. Is it? Yeah, okay. Are you ready? There was no sun for this whole video, but for the grand reveal, the sun is shining and I feel so grateful. So let's turn it around. And what I carved is a being. If you see it at Halloween, it shall bring you a lot of luck. And it is cat! A moon-gazing cat, and this does not look impressive under natural light. I'm gonna try to get a picture when it's dark, but I think it's cute, right? Alright, thank you so much for sending in questions. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and leave a like. Shout out to Emily and everyone who subscribed. I love you very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!